Jimmy Kimmel was just utterly humiliated. And apparently there is a list of demands put out by his bosses for him to ever see the air again. Of course, Jimmy Kimmel won't do that. Of course, Jimmy Kimmel can't do that. And I am absolutely here for it. And by the way, to the left who is whining and complaining about cancel culture, sorry, these are the rules of the game that you set forward. I don't care about your whining, whinging, freedom of speeches or your the rights to cancel culture people. These are the rules that you set in place roughly 10 years ago. And you've been bludgeoning normal, everyday Americans with it for the past 10 years. And only now, in the bottom of the ninth, when the normal people are mounting a comeback, taking a few runs off your lead, now you want to whine about cancel culture? Nah, sorry. We're all full, son. We're good. We don't need to hear from you. These are your rules. We're playing by them. And now that you're losing, you don't like it. And oh, by the way, Jimmy Kimmel is not even close to the first that needs to go. Hassan Piker, Destiny, hundreds more in media, thousands of teachers, thousands of professors, people in the military. You think that this is even Steven? Oh, well, we took Charlie Kirk's life and they got Jimmy Kimmel fired. Well, I guess we'll call that's the end of that chapter. No, my friends, it has only just begun. And now that people on the right or in the middle have a taste of what it's like to get just a moment of vengeance after watching you guys do this to us for the last 10 years, I wouldn't expect it to stop anytime soon. Anyway, let's get to the video. By the way, thanks everybody who's joining the Discord. It's a members chat room. You talk directly to me and other staff on the show. thequartering.com/join. Get in there today. All the latest news breaks there first before anywhere else, long before I can even make a video about it. Let's start with this article. Here's the real reason ABC has suspended Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel's, what is going on? Why is this just reloading and reloading? That's weird. Jimmy Kimmel's comments on the taking of Charlie Kirk's life weren't just noxiously offensive and seemingly misleading. No, they were 100% misleading. He stated as fact that the man that did it, the furry-loving trans man or whatever, trans man lover, that he was a MAGA supporter. He stated that as fact. They were also horribly timed. They threatened to derail Nexstar's $6.2 billion takeover of rival broadcaster Tenga Telecom, and insiders say on the money. The already controversial deal would combine the nation's largest owners of all TV stations, poses significant antitrust questions, and needs a close review by the Federal Communications Commission and its conservative firebrand chairman, Brendan Carr. By the way, he's been doing amazing work. So just like they say Stephen Colbert got fired because they wanted, it was going to derail the Paramount merger, now they're saying Jimmy Kimmel got fired because it's going to derail this other merger. Don't care. Don't care. If the merger's not good for America, then it should still be derailed. Kimmel's comments made that approval even dicier. That's why Nexstar publicly announced Thursday that its stations would no longer carry the show. Telecom insiders tell on Monday. Ditto for ABC, which produces and distributes the Jimmy Kimmel Live to broadcasters like Nexstar, and likewise has business before the FCC. Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney's parent company, was quick to suspend the show indefinitely. On Thursday, Sinclair Broadcasting, a rival TV giant with conservative bent, upped the ante even further, saying ABC's suspension of Jimmy Kimmel was insufficient, and now announcing it will yank Jimmy Kimmel Live from its stations until the host apologizes directly to the Kirk family and donates money to TPUSA. Oof. I don't want his money. I don't want his apology. You could stuff your sorries in a sack, as they say, because he won't actually be sorry. And his money is blood money. I don't want his, I get it. I get that they know he's not going to do it. and it's funny and humiliating, but I don't want him. I don't want him there, period. On top of that, Sinclair now, where's this article? Jimmy Kimmel Live will be replaced by Charlie Kirk Tribute Show, and Star won't be allowed back on air unless he makes a Turning Point USA donation. Jimmy Kimmel's canned show will be replaced by a Charlie Kirk tribute, and the Star will not be allowed back in the air unless he makes a donation to Turning Point USA. Sinclair Inc., whose stations pay to run ABC's Jimmy Kimmel Live, said on Wednesday that it will refrain from broadcasting the Kimmel Show indefinitely following the insensitive comments the host made. The broadcaster also sent a statement that a Kirk Remembrance Show will fill Kimmel's usual showtime on Friday night, which will then air across all Sinclair stations over the weekend. Absolute chads. See, the left forgot while they were trampling Christians in this country, they forgot over the year that there's a whole lot of them. There's a lot of them. There's more Christians in this country than there are any amount of leftoid, politics-brained losers. And while Christians were turning the other cheek over the past 10 years, as you got them fired from their jobs or you made fun of their Lord while conveniently not making fun of other religious leaders, they turned the other cheek. And now they're all out of turns. They've said, hey, forgiveness is for the Holy One, for God, for Jesus. I am in his image, but I'm just not as good as him. And I've had enough. It didn't detail which stations would air the tribute, but the firm's portfolio includes as many as 185 TV stations across 85 markets throughout the U.S. affiliated networks, including ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC. This would be so brutal. To air it in his spot on Friday night would be absolutely crushing. They should air it tonight, by the way. Air it, and maybe they have to produce it. But they should air it ASAP, because the best part of that is that Americans are going to find out. Americans are going to find out the truth about who Charlie Kirk was. Not that he was some crazy fascist like Jimmy Kimmel said. They're going to find out the truth about the man that took his life. And no, he wasn't a mega Republican. He looks just like Jimmy Kimmel's audience. Sinclair said it will refuse to lift the suspension of Kimmel's show on his stations until formal discussions are held with ABC regarding the network's commitment to professionalism and accountability. The broadcaster also called on Kimmel to issue a direct apology to the Kirk family and to make a meaningful personal donation to the Kirk family and Turning Point USA. TPUSA is a conservative college group founded by Kirk, with Kimmel a well-known liberal. Mr. Kimmel's remarks were inappropriate and deeply insensitive at a critical moment for our country, Sinclair Vice Chairman Jason Smith said in an announcement. We believe broadcasters have the responsibility to educate and elevate respectful, constructive dialogue in our communities. Just by the way, Jimmy Kimmel said that Charlie Kirk's death was similar to the death of a goldfish. That's what he said. Meanwhile, an unnamed insider told the Wall Street Journal that the Kimmel show could be back within a few days. But Sinclair's hardball demands and Kimmel's rumored fury over the suspension have raised the possibility that he'll refuse to return to ABC even if offered. I think the for real reason is that the show was obviously hemorrhaging cash. The show is hemorrhaging large amounts of cash, and they're like, well, this is a perfect reason to get rid of you. By the way, if you're seeing this channel for the first time, have you subscribed or followed yet? I hope that you have. It helps a lot. The news of Kimmel's show being axed came just hours after he was reportedly preparing to address the Kirk controversy on his show Wednesday night, leaving the comic livid. Kimmel's comments about the Kirk that sparked backlash came Monday night in his monologue, where he claimed that Tyler Robinson was a mega supporter. So now we're supposed to believe, oh, I was just going to apologize. If you had just let me go on and lie to the American people just one more time, that I was going to apologize. No, he wasn't. Charlie Kirk, a Christian, a father, a husband, a nice man who just wanted to talk, had his life taken in front of 3,000 people live in person and millions around the world. And Jimmy Kimmel thought it was funny to say it was like a goldfish died. Jimmy Kimmel deserved to be fired. Jimmy Kimmel is the reason that people on the left find it so easy to dehumanize people on the right. Where is he going to go? Well, he can go to the podcast circuit. Enjoy your podcast, Kimmel. See how many people tune in every night when the only people watching forgot to change the station and are asleep on the couch, right? Oops. By the way, the left is trying to say, oh my gosh, we need to boycott. Jimmy Kimmel's ABC suspension sparks boycott calls against Disney. Hit him where it hurts. What are you going to do? Cancel your parents' credit card? Are you going to stop leeching off your parents' Hulu account and Disney Plus account? Because your parents agree with this. What, are you going to stop not paying to see movies in the movie theater? These people don't control anything. These people's boycotts are irrelevant. They do not move the needle. The right does. Because when they say they're going to boycott, we actually buy stuff. Boycott everything affiliated with ABC and Disney. Pass it on, the loser Jojo from Jers said. Hashtags like boycott Disney, boycott ABC, trended on X and Blue Sky. Oh, really? Let's see if the left is still working on that. Let's see if it's trending. I mean, this is going to be win-win, but no. Not even in the top 10, not even in the top 15, not even in the top 20, not even the top 30. Not even the top 30 trending topics is anybody talking is boycott Disney. These people have the attention span, speaking of goldfish, of a goldfish. Their boycott will be meaningless, powerless, feckless, and Jimmy Kimmel should never be allowed back on the air. I absolutely love the humiliation, though. Gotta say, I don't care. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do subscribe. Go and get on over there to quartering.com/join. Join the Discord, and we'll talk to you again real soon.